Hello everyone, it is Jacob here with another League to Flash Carino update. From the last update that I made, I've bought a few upgrades that got pretty cheap, and from that 1 billion you saw in the last video, you should be able to get to like 8 billion, maybe even 10 with a few more upgrades that I will mention. For the showcase, I will not be using the overpowered pedigree, but I will show you what pedigrees you could get for really cheap. And I will go over all the changes that I made to the build. So first of all, I fixed my statue of the new god. So I'm still going for the penetration here and for the 60% erosion damage at low life. But on the other two slates that I bought, I mean, they are nothing like crazy in price. You just want to buy whatever you find cheap. But you want to get the upon inflicting damage plus 20% damage for every type of ailment the enemy has. I'm inflicting all the ailments, like all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Frostbite and freeze do not stack, so you can only have one of them on the monster, so 5 elements. So this pretty much gives me 100% damage from this, because I'm inflicting all of the elements. And on the other slate, the same, plus 20% damage for every type of element, and I just pair that with erosion damage per stack of wilt inflicted, stacking up to 60 times. So that's a lot of damage as well. Like 100%, right? So yeah, try to get these and try to roll something useful on them. Like Terra skill damage is not useful for me, but I did not have the currency to reroll that. I have it now, but I did not bother so for the video. So yeah, try to get something useful like wilt damage, wilt chance, damage to enemies under crowd control effects. That's a high damage roll, and you have crowd control effect on the monsters all the time. Like you are inflicting frostbite, paralysis, even knockback sometimes. So you have the control effect all time on the monsters. So this is up all the time. And build chance is also useful, saves points from talent trees. Since I'm talking about the talent trees, I can go over them as well. I will go over them quickly. I will show you what things you can swap if you are going for single target bosses like boss farming or realm lord farming or yeah, whatever. This is the goddess of deception. For boss farming, you don't need plague, so you can swap to windwalk and get 15% additional damage compared to this. So yeah, windwalk for single target damage. On psychic, the tree looks like this. I've bought few more options with blur, so I'm scaling blur more now, so I expect back to the blur, which is a huge defensive layer with the setup that I'm running now. So yeah, definitely take that. I swapped out the corrosion imbue, so I had to get the ailment chance somewhere, so you can get even more ailment chance on psychic here, apart from the points on warlock. So if you are missing wilt chance, like if you are not on 100% or near to 100%, put points here and get your ailment chance as the second row up to 100%. For the passive points, I swapped affliction to daze. This is more consistent, this is up all the time, while affliction you have to stack it on monsters unless you run the black hole on bosses. Then you are on 100 stacks of affliction instantly using black hole, but daze is up all the time, so I'm using that for now for mapping. And the warlock tree would look like this. And as you can see, I'm spec'd fully into the element chance here. I respect the energy shield charge points and had to take the element chance. And that's pretty much it for these three. The large passives stayed the same. Now, for the gear. First thing that I changed, I finished the second wand. So you want to get tier 1 gains 35% of the skill's damage as base build damage. You definitely want to get that on the wand, and then preferably get intelligence, and that would be on both ones for this budget. And yeah, I did not bother with any other role, because you will eventually want to recraft the wands on item level 100, and you would spend the same, crafting on item level 100 items costs the same as crafting on these, so I do not bother with these for now. I will be crafting level 100 ones later anyway, so yeah, just get the build. Try to get intelligence. I bought the intelligence bases, those were for around 50 FEs. I'm not sure for how much do they go now. We can check it right here. Item level 86 on Torn Sea Scepter with intelligence tier 1. Price check. They are going for pretty cheap, so you can buy a base like this. If we check this as well, I'm not sure, around 200, 300. If you are willing to spend more and get them pretty much done, you can get them for these prices. But yeah, bases for around 15 FE, and you can craft on them after that. For Dreamcrafts, try to get something useful, additional dot damage, erosion, penetration, reap duration, reap cooldown, whatever you can get there that is useful and with like downside that does not affect your build. So yeah, next thing that I swapped or completed were the boots. These boots will provide you with a lot of evasion and with a lot of blur rating and also additional damage. While blur ends, blur is not ending, so this is pretty much a defense layer. Definitely very useful here, and is coming with 150% dot damage. That is a fixed stat, so that is on them every time. You don't need to roll for that, so just try to find a pair of boots with high movement speed and as high gear evasion as possible. And after that, the armor I swapped out from Twilight Vestment, so I'm losing the never-ending recharge, energy shield recharge, but I'm getting a lot of evasion and I'm getting a lot of damage from the armor. So additional element damage would be the main role to focus on this one, and then minus erosion resistance. Like, you are losing erosion resistance, but you can see I'm still at a decent number here. And yeah, it's an evasion base, so you are also losing energy shield, but you get so much evasion that right now I'm at almost 50% attack evasion and 40% spell evasion, and with all the blur effect, the base effect of blur gives you 30% plus 30% evasion and plus 30% chance to avoid damage. And we are scaling blur effect. I'm not sure how much, I haven't checked that. Can I check it somewhere? Real quick. Probably not. Yeah, I don't see it on the first glance. So yeah, I'm not sure how much blur effect I'm having, but it is definitely not just 30% evasion and 30% chance to avoid. It might be at around 45 maybe. So yeah, Blur is a really great defensive layer, and we are really evasive already, so that's for that. And because all these like legendary pieces do not give any resistances, I had to swap the Amulet as well for something more useful. So just check the resistances that you are missing on your character and try to get them on your Amulet and your helmet with some other useful roles like Intelligence, Max Energy Shield, and Defense. Defense actually scales your Energy Shield and all the evasion you are getting from the gear. So this role defensively is very good. For offensive options, you can get like reap damage, dot damage, erosion damage, whatever, right? And for the resistances, just try to cap your resistances to 60, as you can see. I'm pretty much on point. And try to get erosion resistance up as well, so that's what I tried here. Another option would be like gain barrier for every 5 meters moved. That is a great defensive flare, like barrier scales out of your energy shield and takes portion of the damage you take. So that would be for the gear changes. And now for the pedigree, I'm running this one. That puts me to around 12 billion DPS out from the one from the last video. But cheaper options, I've prepared a list for you and I will show you how to use that. You can get useful pedigrees for like 20 FEs, so just try finding something with the mod list that I will show you. Try to find something that like catches your eye and is in your price budget, and that will put you to around, I believe, like 8 billion DPS if you have the same setup as I do. So the list would look like this, and you would use it like this. You go to item base and choose pedigree. In the advanced tab on this page, legendary divinity slate, choose pedigree of gods, and then in search criteria press add condition on the bottom. Create a condition group, and there will be a 0 here, so you need to put that to 1, and then start adding like these mods. Like if I do verbal abuse and you click it, it will be added to the list, and try to make this list. All these mods will increase your damage. So the list would look like this as the entire list for the erosion damage. So yeah, freebirds with 1 stone, extra projectiles, verbal abuse, extra curse, which would let you swap the extra curse from your talent tree for something else, affliction, days of the beaten track, like you get the idea. So if you get something from what you already have, like for example, if you get subtle impact, you can get forbidden power for more damage. That's for a cost of elemental resistances, but you can get them on the amulet and the helmet, because on the amulet you can also roll like 10% elemental resistances, so that would counter 70% of this or 66% of this. So yeah, and for the verbal abuse, you can simply, if you get that on the pedigree, you can just take more with less. You will deal more damage, like you get the idea. If you get off the beaten track, you can take dirty tricks, or you can get dirty tricks on the pedigree as well. Now for the damage showcase, without my pedigree, I will go over the skills after this. So yeah, we were on 1 billion DPS in the mapping setup. This is my mapping setup now without the pedigree, and as you can see, I'm going to around 7 billion if I don't screw my reloading, and I will explain the reloading as well. So as you can see, 6.5 over 5 billion consistently pretty much. So for the reloading, I'm running this and this, and the last hero trait here reloads all ammo when using mobility skills. And now to the skills. For the skills, the shadow shot setup stayed the same. For single target you would just swap jump to spell concentration. Let's check how much damage that would be with just this simple swap. And notice that I deal all the ailments. So with that simple swap I should get higher numbers. It went for over 6 bill instantly, so this would get you, this gets me to 8 pretty much. I would guess if I stood here for a while. And with the pedigree you will be at 8 definitely, maybe even 9 with any pedigree that is on that list. So that's for this. So back to the mapping setup. Haven't changed the candles. So shadow shot, same setup. For the movement skill, you want to, if you want to get higher movement throughout the map, buy activation medium multi-strike with as high cooldown recovery speed as possible for your budget, because this is like 25% additional cooldown recovery speed. So if the frigid transmission has 4 seconds cooldown and it gets reduced to around 2 seconds, with this up you will get to around 1 second, so you can cast your movement skill pretty much every second. And frigid transmission versus speed phantom versus blink. Blink will get you through the maps the fastest because it has lower cooldown. So you can check it here. It goes up pretty quickly, right? So the cooldown on it is around 0.8 seconds. So that would get you through the map the quickest. If you need more damage on the map and would like to clump monsters together, you can use Speed Phantom. The cooldown of Speed Phantom gets to around 1 second. 1.1 maybe. So that's this quick. And this gives you more damage as well because it provides you with Empower that gives you additional spell damage, stacks up to 8 times. On bosses you get 5 stacks instantly if you hit them with 1 AoE. If you hit them with both, you get maximum benefit from this. And for the frigid transmission, what that allows you to do, which is the only movement skill that allows you to do, is you can blink on place like this. So as I showed you in the traits, I need to reload and I need to stay close to monsters, to stay close to bosses. So I need to be able to use my movement skill on place pretty much. So that's what frigid transmission allows you to do. As you can see here, I can stay on the dummy. So that's the frigid transmission. That's why I use frigid transmission. Also, you are doing chill and frostbite. You are doing frostbite and freeze through your skills as well. I have a specific option for that. So whenever you freeze monster, frigid transmission instantly recharges 1 charge. So yeah, great. That's a great option there as well. You get more charges, you can move faster. Curse stay the same. Using black hole for bosses just so I can stack 100 affliction instantly on them. And I can use another source of reap. If you are going purely for speed mapping, swap black hole for Star Stalker and put cooldown recovery on it. It will shoot a star in 5 seconds. Let's see how that looks. It will shoot a star that tracks monsters. and attaches to the first rare it hits, and it lasts for 4 seconds. So yeah, that's a great skill for mapping. If the elite dies, it basically jumps to another target, so the star lasts for 4 seconds and jumps in between rares if there are multiple rares and they die on the screen before the time wears off. So definitely great mapping option here. So that's that. For auras, precise projectiles, you can notice I have increased area here. If you struggle with mana, like you don't have enough mana to cast your skills, just get more energy, put like another 15 points to one of your auras, and link that with another support other than seal conversion. That will reduce the mana cost of the aura by 5%, and that is what Off the Beaten Track does. So all the support skills mana multiplier is fixed to 95%. So if we go here and for example, if you go here, superpower has minus 30% sealed mana compensation for the supported skill. You want to find a support skill that does not have this line here. So that's increased area for this case. And the mana cost multiplier, because of Off the Beaten Track, is fixed on 95%, means it reduces the mana cost of precise projectiles here. So if I put it down, my mana went down by 10 in my case. So that's why I have the increased area here. The next aura, Deep Pain, bought the precise Deep Pain already. It went down in price. It is under 5 FE now, so buy that. That's another 10% additional damage you will get. Every little piece of additional damage just stacks up on each other and eventually blows the damage through the sky. Precise Erosion Enhancement is going for around 100. I bought that as well. If it is out of your budget, just keep the normal version until you are able to afford this, like 100 FEs for another 10% additional damage. And for the last one, I've been using Corrosion Imbue in the last video. Now I'm using Thunder Spirit Magus. Why Thunder Spirit Magus? It provides you with cast speed. I'm still self-casting my spell. I figured a way on how to sustain ammo on bosses through the Frigid Transmission tech, so I can comfortably use more cast speed. So that's what Spirit Magus provides me with, and it also provides me with Numbed, which is like the lightning element on the boss or on the target. So you can check it here. The spirit is hitting the target and is providing me with numb. If you pair that spirit with added cold damage as well, it will provide you with chill or with frostbitten as well, and eventually once it stacks to 100, it will provide you with freeze for a brief moment. Chill, like frostbitten and freeze, will help you tremendously in this boss conquest event thingy, because it chills the boss and it pretty much is not casting any spells when you are when you are in that encounter. So that's for the spirit. If you don't care about the chill, or if you can get like a little source of cold damage somewhere on your slates maybe, so you would do chill with your shadow shot, or if you are running the Icelands already, you are doing chill from Icelands, you don't need it on your spirit, you can swap this for Elemental Duo and get 2 of those spirits. Means they will do the numbed more consistently because they attack like faster, right? There's 2 of them, and then they can do it on multiple targets. So that's option there. If you won't use the cast speed from it, just go back to I'm planning to go back to corrosion imbue, because that's 25% or 26% build chance, and that will allow me to swap off 2 points in my talent tree and put them elsewhere. So that's my plan for the future. Or another defensive option would be summon Rock Magus, which gives you minus like percentage additional hit damage taken, so that's another defense layer that you can stack on top. So that's that. With this damage, you can comfortably farm 8.2 maps already. I haven't tried Profound yet, but I think that that's not enough damage for that yet. So yeah, did I go through everything? I think I did. If I did not go over something, just ask in the comment. And yeah, that would be it for this update. I'm going for a business trip until the end of the week, so probably no more update videos until next week. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!